Now I'm going to take you over to the Eachscape app building tool to just give you a sense of what the interface looks like and to familiarize you with it. We're not going to be able to build a very complex app, but I'll show you how to build a very simple one, simply a newsfeed app. I'm going to go ahead and log in. So you can see once we've logged in, we get the general base dashboard that's available to us in the app. The first step we want to do is go and create a new app. So we click on New App. And you'll see here that there's a tremendous number of different types of templates that Eachscape provides for us. So we could create a directory app, an event app, maybe a catalog app specifically designed for tablets like an iPad, or a product showcase app. We could also create apps that are tied around advertising programs like an ad microsite or a movie about a car, or a landing page site that promotes an up-and-coming movie and its trailers. For this app, though, we're going to create something simple. So we're just going to open up the standard visual editing app and create a stack landscape. And you'll see here that Eachscape has successfully built the landscape app for us. So as we said in the opening of this demo, I wanted to show you how to create a simple newsfeed app. So given that our brand is the Two Trees Olive Oil, maybe what we want to do is pull in healthy news stories from the New York Times. The first step is we need to integrate with our data source. So we click Data and then click New Source. Now, there's a whole range of types of data sources that you can pull into the app, and we're not going to go into the detail here, but I'm just going to go ahead and click a standard RSS feed data source. And I'll give it a name. We'll call it Healthy Tips. Now I'm going to go over to the New York Times site where I've done a search and I've pulled up all of their RSS links, and I'm going to see their health categories, and I'm going to pull up their wellness blog. And you'll see here's all the data of their wellness blog. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this URL. We're then going to go back to Eachscape and paste that URL into the data feed name. And then you'll notice that the system is going out and pulling out all of the data descriptors that are available from that newsfeed. We're going to leave the rest of the fields blank for now. And we're going to create our data source. There you go. We've now created the Healthy Tips data source that we're going to integrate into our app. Now let's go back to our app. Now what we want to do is start creating our views, our homepage view as well as an article view. One of the first steps we need to do first, though, is add media to our media library. So we want to add the Two Trees logos information to our media library. I want to add a header logo, maybe the Two Trees company logo, and a back button. Perfect. Now let's go back to our app and add those images to our site. So I can go ahead here and add a header logo to our site, as well as add our list. And so this will be the header for our site and the top level descriptions coming in from our newsfeed. So now let's add one of our logos. So we go into our media source and you'll see I've got my image here and I can hit apply. And if we hit update, you now see the images on the site. Now, if I also wanted to add another image, I could, side by side, or unstack it if we'd like. Add our logo, hit apply. So now you can see we can have our logos and information on the site however we want, and you'll have your graphic designers give you utilities and elements that work best. Now what we'd want to do is add the RSS feed that we've created so that the lists will come into our site. So all I need to do is hit Edit, select the data source, the Healthy Tips list that we've just created for this application, and then select the items that I want to be included in that list. So for instance, from the RSS feed, I clearly want the first thing to show up is the title, and I only want the title to be one line of code. And let's say we want it to be green. Then I want to scroll down and say, in addition to that, I want the description, the first line of the article to be included, and we'll have it be black and one line. And in addition to the title and the description of the article, I want to include the images. So I can list my images, click on the image, go edit the image, and then what we're going to do is go look at all the data coming in from that RSS feed. And you can see here I can scroll down, click the URL. This is the image that's coming from the data feed. We'll remove our dummy variable there, and hit apply. Hit apply. And there you go. We've just successfully created a data feed. We have our logo, a banner, and then all of the articles from our story are going to show up here. Hit update. Now you won't actually see this though until we've compiled and generated the app. The next step is to create a new view, and this will be our articles view. So we're going to give it a name. Give it a canvas. And create our article view. Now, if they want the background of our canvas for our articles to be a different color, we can go in and change the color to anything we like. Let's say we want the background for articles to be white. And you'll see our canvas is white. And then just like before, we can bring in and pull in any of the different types of elements we want. So maybe we want the title of the article. We want the description for the article. And then we want to add some navigation. We want the image for the article, and then we want the back button so that once people click on the article, they can go back. And just like before, we're going to want to go ahead and edit each one of these elements. So I can right mouse click, maybe have the title of the articles be purple. And just like we did before with the image, we want to go look at our healthy tips area, all the variables coming in from our feed. We want this to be the title. Oops, we want that one to be the title. So in this case, whoops. So we want this to be the title. So we're going to move that one up, move this field down. That's our title image. And this one is going to be our description image. And the description is the complete content coming from the article. So now we can go ahead and add the description. Hit apply. Let's have the article be black. We can align it to center and top. And we'll hit update. Now, if we want to have more lines showing, we can simply expand this box. And now you can have a full page article like that. And we're going to move the back button back up here. And again, just like we did before, we can hit edit, look at the image source, and enter in our back button and hit update. And we'll want to do that with every one of the different elements of the program. So once we've actually created our pages and we've linked it all together, all you need to do to produce this app is you go to Generate. You'll see that you can produce the app and have it published for Android, iOS, or HTML5. Let's say, for instance, we simply wanted to have it generate for HTML5. We hit Generate. We will have now successfully created our first app. As you can see here in this screen, this is what the app that we just created looks like. Now, clearly, the colors aren't in line, the images aren't perfect, but you'll work with your designers to play with it. I just wanted to show you how these pieces come together in such an easy way, shape, and form.